Hi, it's me again with Corel Draw Tips and Tricks, part 2 of this. And if you didn't watch part 1, you won't really understand, but I put this graphic into an oval, and I wasn't particularly happy with the way it did this, so I did another one using the artistic media tool and solved the problem. Pretty cool. I'm pretty happy with it. So what we're going to do, I've already got the example here. I'm going to bring in that same ellipse. And what I'm going to do is make a chain of these without the lines. So they're all together. So if you notice, there's no lines on this end. And what I'm going to do, I want the last one to have a line. So I'm going to hit the plus key on the keyboard, and then I'm going to move this over to that one. And then I'm going to take my virtual segment delete key and delete these two lines. Now, if we do this, we can group these together, Control G, Control D to duplicate it, and do it right here. So we're doing now we're doing 4 of them at a time, so we don't have to delete so many lines. The only thing you kind of keep in mind is how long it is. And if you remember, if you watched yesterday's video, if we go to Windows, Dockers, and Properties, this is a curve. So we measure the curve and we're at 55.5 basically. So we need to make this 55.5. So I'm going to group those together. Well, or don't even really have to, just make it duplicate, just be careful and make sure it snaps to it. And then, so it didn't quite get there. So we're going to grab it again and move that down to that node and then delete these 2 lines. So so now all these are deleted. So we're gaining every time we do this. I'm going to go ahead and Control G, Control D to duplicate it. And then I'm going to move that to there. We're getting pretty close. We need to, well, I've lost where I was at. There's my lines, and I'm right on the money. Snap, make sure you have Snap to on. So now we've got, we're getting closer. So we don't really need but 15 more. So what we're going to do is just grab that one and hit the plus key and move it over here. This is going to me, is going to save a lot of time. I can't find it. The ones with the lines. Well, regardless, let's take and see how long we are. And we're at 53.21. So we're really, really close. So what we're going to do is take this one, go up to Object, Group, and ungroup it, and then just grab this one. I have to ungroup those 2. And then try to just grab the one, hit the plus key or Control D. Yeah, so that's why we didn't have a line anymore. Now measure this and look, we're at 55.43. And our line was, I didn't write it down, 55.49. So we're really, really close. What I want to do is go ahead and put lines here. So I'm going to take my 2-point line and go from that node to that node. I might not even have to do this. Now I'm going to go ahead and group all this together. Whoop, still had my line tool. So take Control G, and we can make it with our ratio lock. We can go ahead and go 55.5. Then, let's see how long this one was. Well, see, it worked, and I didn't have to make it that way. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to make a new brush. So I'm going to grab my new drawing. I'm going to go to the Artistic Media tool. And when it's set on brush right here, go right here to this save. It's like a little media disk. And we're going to call it Can't spell this morning. See, I've already got 2, so I'm going to make it brush stroke 3. Now I'm going to get back to there, and I'm going to go right here and click on this, and I need to make this like 2 inches and put it. There we go. And then just kind of look at it and see we only have that one line, and that's actually just the line I drew, so we can delete it. Well, first of all, pretty good thing. Let me get rid of that, my measurement. And then we have to select it all, go up to effects, and break the 4 objects apart. There is our oval. And then we can take that line and break it apart or just cut it. See how they match perfectly? Now, all the way around, you can take your Smart Fill tool. I'm going to go ahead and use that blue. So instead of having to make all those lines or cut all those lines, all I had to do was that. Now what I'm going to do is actually move that out of the way and move this out of the way. And I'm going to take this and fill it in with blue. And then I can move that over. Well, I'm going to take just the, I'm going to go up to Object, ungroup it, because I just really want the interior blue. Well, it's not grouped together. Well, what I could do is just select it all and take away the outline. Now I just have the blue flower, and now I can put them over there. And then that way, you've got a perfectly matched, you know, there's, if you remember from the first one, I did not like that example because we're doing on a curve, but the artistic media tool actually does it a lot better on a curve, and everything matches up perfectly. Anyway, I hope that helped the first person I was trying to help, and you learned something, and thank you for watching.